Gilbert Arenas here. He responded to the Anthony Davis trade. See what he got to say.
It's a great trade for what they're trying to do. They have two bona fide Hall of Famers. They got young big man who looks like he was the best pick out of the 1 and 2. So it looked out of the 1 and 2. So that's him and Shaji over there. Okay.
Research that.
So, they were trying to figure out who was going to be 1 and 2. Obviously, he should have been the number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm.
But so, Wizards got the real number 1 pick from the production so far. He plays the 5 and Davis played the 4. They both can play inside, outside. They both play a little defense, right? So defensively, going to be great. Now, pick and roll with Trae Young is going to be off the chain. And then whatever they pick in the draft, most likely you're going to have, 7, 8, 9, 10. If Elijah comes out, probably him at the 2.
Elijah Arenas.
I
like that.
I'm just saying.
That is the internet chatter right now.
Saying.
I like that. Well, we saw Elijah career high 29 points against Indiana.
I like that. Okay.
I'm liking it. I'm a fan of AD there.
Can you rewind it a little bit and see what Rashad McCants was doing when he was saying, you got to love Rashad McCants.
He's going through his book of bullshit. That's what his thing is now.
Bro, Gilbert Arenas, stop, bro.
Hold on. But I'll let you, I'm going to throw the alley to you. The Wizards are in the same position the Mavericks just were in. You got a high draft pick. Yeah, he's playing well, Alex Sarr, but you in the same position. What about this team? You got Trae Young with Anthony Davis. Okay. Another guard who can't play defense.
See, what I said earlier was if they're healthy. Like Gilbert Arenas, how do you not say that?
Right.
We all make fun of Anthony Davis not being able to stay on the floor. So that's why with him, you have to say if he's fully healthy, he's playing 70-plus games, and he's at, 90, 95%, then yeah, of course. But you can't do all that and make all those noises and get fouls as if you dropped the mic. Because it's very possible that AD won't even be playing half the season. That's possible. So, I get what he's doing. Remember, he played for the Wizards, probably got some ties with them. He let them know, get my son. He'll be there for you. But like I said, for me with them, they have to be fully healthy. Are they young? Would they be exciting to watch? Yeah. But like I said, with AD, everybody roast me when I wanted them. But what everybody told me, AllBall, he ain't healthy. Can't stay on the floor. So that's why with AD, anything I say with him, you have to say fully healthy. Fully healthy. But, it's just the notion that the Wizards is trying something. That's what I love. Right? At least they're trying. Listen, teams is trying, man. Mo, what up, Mo? Big Mo is in the building. I think I seen Tori B too. So big shout out to both of those beautiful ladies. Tori B, Mo is in the building. The AllBall TV ladies are in the building. But yeah, Fabian, listen, Gilbert Arenas, listen, man, he think he's slick. But anything with AD, you have to say fully healthy. If you don't say fully healthy, I can't take you serious at all when it comes to him.
Like, where do you project them to go? I mean, Atlanta got rid of him, and they have a young group of studs over there in Atlanta and with the Hawks.
Looking like Atlanta all over again.
Right. I just don't see where this is going, in especially in the short term. A bunch of young guys again. It's the Wizards. Nobody trusts them. Nobody has ever trusted them, and like you said, it's all contingent upon if Anthony Davis' health, which you don't want. You don't want to deal with that. We feel that way about Mitchell Robinson, and he's really a 4th or 5th best player. Obviously, if Mitchell Robinson's fully healthy, you know how I feel. He's a defensive player of the year candidate year in, year out, but he's not that. Anthony Davis, fully healthy, is a defensive player of the year candidate year in, year out if he's healthy. But he's not that.
That's the key word, if he's healthy.
It's obviously a good counter for the Knicks. I don't know if we play them again this season, but the Wizards.
I mean, it don't matter. AD and Trae Young ain't playing. Remember,
Right.
they making it clear they're tanking. They're trying to get that top 10, one of them picks. Remember, they already made it clear. What's the purpose of playing Trae Young? Sit out. They got AD, but at least Washington is getting it, right? And to me, that's what I said this last season. That's what Philly should have did. That's what Dallas should have did. When Dallas traded for AD, he was injured. You should have just sat him. You got this. It's the bigger picture. I'm not putting this product on the floor until everybody's fully healthy. Same thing they doing with Embiid in Philly. They're not allowing Embiid to get healthy. So I respect what Washington is doing. You know what? We're going to give it a shot. We got Trae Young. We got AD. You niggas sit down and get healthy. We're going to come back next season. Because what's the purpose? So sometimes you got to give a team kudos. Like I said, I don't love what Cleveland did, but you got to give a team kudos. Hey, man, this shit ain't working. We got to do something, right? So even with our Knicks, that's why I said we get on this high horse because we won 6-7 games straight. But we was just all going berserk on everybody 2 weeks ago. Remember, we cursed out Mike Brown. We was mad at Brunson. Everybody said, get Cat out of here. You said, I don't want OG no more. We already know how we all feel about Mikal Bridges. You know, Fleet, how he feels about Mitchell Robinson. We beat 3-4 bad teams, 1 or 2, 3 decent teams. And now we back on our high horse. So, like I said, I respect what Washington did as far as like, okay, we got to try something, at least to be competitive next season, to put a half-decent product out on the floor. But, you know, for me, you got to let these guys heal up. That's why I think Dallas, they jammed themselves up. As soon as you trade for AD, look, that pressure from the city. Nah, you're supposed to stand tall. This is for the future. We're going to put this product on the floor fully healthy and see what happens. Y'all didn't even get Kyrie and AD together on the floor yet. With Gafford and Lively. Think about that, bro. These teams, these organizations, they jumping the gun. Y'all got to let these guys get healthy. Sometimes, yeah, we can laugh and joke at the players all day. But these front offices have got this pressure from the fan base, and they forcing these guys to go out there while they not healthy. So, man, we can't keep blaming AD. I hope the Wizards just let him sit out. Just listen. Don't pay that noise no attention. Get your draft pick and see what happens. But, nah, these organizations is crazy, dog. Let niggas get healthy. That's why when I said if I trade for AD, what I said, Fabian, sit down. We need you in the playoffs, dog. We'll put you in the court a week or two before the playoffs to get some repetitions in. But we need you for the playoffs. So some of these moves, that's why what Toronto did, that's the blueprint. What they told Kawhi, you get whatever you want. You want to sit down, no problem. We need you for the playoffs. That nigga was the Terminator in the playoffs.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.